Say it, Jimmy.
Chick's here.
Chick's here.
In one of the other videos, you didn't
We're a
hear
mess.
it. She
I'm
said,
a mess today.
"There's the what did you call them? The peanuts in there."
I said the peanut gallery. Because you were hollering from the bathroom.
Anyway, Chick's here. Today we are talking about why we require teams, what to look for when choosing a teammate, and the importance of being a part of a team. Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we get a lot of calls from solo drivers. And while I wish we could take solo drivers, it's just not our business model, and the carriers that we run our trucks for, it's not a lucrative way to get involved in expediting. You really need a teammate for that. So as much as we love solos and we wish you well, we need teams in Hyfield trucking and all of our trucks.
I really wish that we had a way to pair solo drivers. I speak to 20 solos a day. Unfortunately, we don't have like a Tinder app for matchmaking
for drivers.
Yeah, which would be
not a bad idea. Yeah.
But I can't develop an app. However, I would not want someone to choose who I live with in a very small space. It also becomes problematic when you're trying to go home for home time. If you have somebody who lives in Texas and we pair them with somebody in Georgia, that's just not going to work for home time.
Correct.
So there are several reasons why we don't pair drivers. But when looking for a teammate, a couple things. Family members, friends, somebody you went to CDL school with, acquaintance, someone you can live with in a very small space.
Definitely someone that you trust because they're going to be driving the truck while you were sleeping. Someone with the same financial goals that you have. You don't want to go out with a teammate who may or may not have the same financial goals as you because they may not want to work as hard as you do. And working as hard as you do, work ethic matters too, because you do need someone. This person is your literal teammate in the truck. Not only are you trusting them with your life and your livelihood, but you need to make sure that they are going to do the job to the equivalent that you are. So that becomes, you also want people with the same credentials as you. So if someone, you could have a passport, a hazmat, and a tanker, so you can run those loads, but if you team with someone that doesn't have those, then you're missing out on those possibilities or those opportunities.
Yeah, that goes along with the financial goals, making sure that if they don't have those endorsements, if they're willing to get them, just to match up to you, so that you can open up for a whole lot more.
Because you could start out with someone that doesn't have them, but you can certainly get those while you're there. The other thing, and some people would say, like, why do I need a teammate? Like, I do great right now on my own as a solo driver. Well, the main reasons are, one, the truck can move 24/7. You can work your clock to where you don't need a reset. You don't have to stop. And if the truck can move constantly, your earning potential is greater. That's one thing.
It's just the nature of expedited freight. That truck has to have the ability to be running 24 hours a day.
It splits the work up.
Absolutely.
It's no longer just you worrying about it. Someone else can handle pickups and deliveries while you may or may not be asleep. Someone else can worry about the paperwork. Someone else can help out when the truck is in the shop or if you need preventative maintenance and things done on it. That's one good reason.
Another part of it is just the companionship of having someone else. I could not be in a truck by myself. I need to have that companionship, someone to talk to.
Drivers can get lonely. I know that it's a solitude lifestyle, especially for solo drivers that are out there. I mean, you can only drive X number of hours in a day, then you have to stop for the rest of those hours. And sometimes having a companion in the truck with you, not only to chat with, but to get out and have some fun or do something.
Things to do during downtime, to go out and do things. Go to that ball game or go to the campground or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys decide that you want to do, which goes along with finding someone you have similar interests with. Because when you do have that downtime, you're going to want to spend that downtime doing similar things. So
it's also an extra layer of security for yourself in the truck. There's always someone else that's got their eye on the truck in there, or if you're out of it, that could be in the truck. It's just safer to travel in pairs in this situation because, I mean, we all know how rough it can be out there on the road. So to me, it's an added level of security. Absolutely. I mean, those are just some of the reasons. Less work, someone else to be there with, companionship, more driving opportunities. You go cross country, you can do that in half the time with a teammate in the truck with you. So it gets you there faster to give you more load opportunities. So the earning potential is there with a teammate if you look at it that way.
So just a little bit about why we require established teams. We will still talk to you if you're solo. I have zero problem jumping on a call with you, but we can only apply you as a team. So keep that in mind. And, of course, take all these things into account that we just talked about if you are out there looking for a teammate and who you could spend your time with. A lot of time in a very small space. So,
I mean, I did it with my husband. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have father and son. We've had mother and son. We've had father and daughter. We've had best friends. We still do.
People who have connected on Facebook groups.
Yes. So there's a lot of potential out there. I mean, I know I did it with Jimmy, but we were able to fulfill a lot of things in life that we wouldn't have been able to do, and we were able to do it together. So there is something good about having a teammate with you. So if you haven't considered it, hopefully something we just said would maybe make you change your mind and consider team driving. And if you do, hit us up.
Yep. All right, guys, that's all I got.
Yeah, I said that. Hit us up.
We look ridiculous.
I know.
We gotta go, guys. Love you guys. Chicks out.
Chicks out.